and good morning to everybody here this morning. It's Saturday morning and we're in Yarra Valley and we're going ballooning. And I'm wondering whether everybody's awake yet. You awake?
Yep, not a problem.
Was it a bit of a struggle to get out of bed this morning to come ballooning?
Yes, it was actually. I'm actually not going up, but it's my mum's birthday. I'm on the videotape, but the videotape's dead, so I'm just here for my mum's birthday now.
Fantastic. So why did you decide not to fly this morning? Fear of heights? Chicken down?
Cost.
Okay, there you go. Money talks, or doesn't in this case. And a happy birthday. Okay, great. We'll have to have many happy returns later on, no doubt. Maybe up in the balloon. So do you want to maybe give us a bit of an indication of why you decided to go up in a balloon? Was that your sort of childhood dream?
My father-in-law went for a tandem jump out of an aeroplane when he was 80, so I figured I could do something like this for my special birthday.
Did he survive the jump? Survived?
He survived.
Yeah.
He actually did that, yes, but I'm going to survive my balloon ride.
Fantastic. And yourselves, why did you decide to go ballooning on a Sunday morning? How romantic.
Just for that very reason. This is a special weekend away and it's a bit of a surprise. My husband didn't know until this morning.
He just late notice.
Well, he knew that there was to be a flight and he was second guessing, you know, he's a, what did you say?
A tiger moth.
Tiger moth and you know, hang gliding and goodness knows, and then this morning it was divulged that it was ballooning. I in fact have ballooned before and I thought it was so special. We should do it again, together.
Share it together.
Yeah.
Have you got any tips you'd like to share with us today about ballooning?
Take lots of photos. It's spectacular, and it's just very special. I mean, it's quiet. You don't think it will be, and except for when the flames are happening, and it's just a beautiful experience.
We've got the marshmallows.
Next time. Lost. Around the valley.
What's your expectations of today and why are you ballooning?
Well, it's a birthday present from our children. We didn't find out about this till 1 o'clock this morning.
We're living in the now and leaving everything to the last moment. No time to chicken out, probably.
They must have known we wanted to do it one day, so our birthdays came up and this is how we ended up on this trip.
Happy birthday.
Yes, my happy birthdays. And you've got any expectations of what the balloon ride's going to be like?
Frightening, I think. Yes, I was a bit scared early hours this morning at 1 o'clock when I was informed, but no, I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Okay, everybody, well, we'll see you next when we get on the balloon, I'd imagine.
We're heading to Steele's Creek. We're going to launch from there and head south from the northern end of the valley.
I think I'll put the hat on.
So if you gather around the back here, folks in if we could. We've got to get a piece of
Ready on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
paper to sign. And again, let's try that again. All together. Hang on. All together. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
A team effort here at Global Ballooning to get this wicker basket happening and the balloon up in the air so we can join these people here.
We go. We've got the fan done. We here on the show we have to put an effort in and hang on. There you go. Oh, I tell you, it's hard work, but somebody's got to do it. And
So when does a balloon get too full that it's like an overfull elevator and it plummets to the earth? How many people in a balloon?
This basket carries 16 passengers. The balloon itself is 300,000 cubic feet of air and it stands about 120 foot high.
And why don't you have parachutes for people or you don't need them?
You're much safer off staying with the balloon. People who don't know to parachute are much more dangerous than actually coming down for the ride with us, so it's much safer to stay with the basket. And we've never needed one in the past, so I can't see why.
That's all the first.
okay, what do I need to do now? Do you need any help? Yeah, I found a rope. I'll just do my job. Is there anything else you need? Oh, that's cool. Just go for coffee, shall we?
Low track this white band. I want you to pull on that only. I want you to pull on this one. And about 2/3 of the way down is its widest point. So we just want to work our way down the road and pull it out.
Okay, just over here if you need me. Just, you know, just here if you need me to lend a hand. Just say when.
Oh, I tell you what, I had my baked beans this morning, so I've got a lot of wind, and I think you need a lot of wind to blow this thing up. Have a look how big this is. This is one mother of a balloon. So take a few deep breaths, because there's a lot of blowing.
And the winner of the most glamorously dressed ballooning person this morning goes to you. You look absolutely sensational, I have to say. You dressed beautifully for the occasion, from head to toe. What's the occasion today? Special as a birthday or a celebration?
Oh, it was actually a Valentine's present to my boyfriend about a couple of months ago, so we just chose this weekend to come down and do it.
Oh, how romantic. So have you decided to stay overnight as well and do a bit of a bed and breakfast?
Yeah, we actually stayed over here last night, and got here way too early this morning. I think
really?
I think we were a bit too keen.
Today?
Yes, we are.
You're so rugged up. You've got leather gloves on, you've got your boots on, scarf, hat, thermals?
Ready? No thermals. That's why I'm rugged up.
Okay. So what do you expect today? What are you expecting from the flight? A bit scared?
I don't know, but on Thursday, Friday, when I was telling my friends who were going out, they were telling me of all the balloons they had they'd crash. So where I wasn't nervous, I felt it then. Yes.
Is it really fun?
Oh, it should be fun.
Yeah, is this the part of the fun actually working?
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, like it's absolutely fantastic. Once you get up in the air, it's pretty smooth. It's a nice ride.
Do you think these guys would probably be good for party plan? You know, for doing the balloons at home for your kids' parties and stuff?
Oh, yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? You give them a few balloons, a few elephant men or something to make. No worries.
Oh, who needs gloves? This is fantastic. You know, this is better than those things at Southgate. You know, the whoosh like that when they go up.
Oh my God, there's a hole in the balloon. There's a whopping big... Look, there's a whopping big hole in here. It's huge. I think I'm letting all the air out. Have a look in here. It's an amazing view. Come inside the balloon. It's like being in one of those virtual reality worlds. Look at that. It's getting there. But what about the hole? We're going to fix it?
It's a rotation vent. It's staying for the flight.
It's staying. What do they actually use it for?
To rotate the balloon around.
So you open up a flap and it turns around.
The air rushes out of the flap and it turns the balloon around so that you can see things on the other side.
Fantastic. Okay, things have got to move. This is what it's like inside a balloon. This is the main high point. Looks pretty special. I don't want to tear the balloon. And just get a good shot of that. And the mouth of the balloon where the basket is just behind me. Oops. And I'm tripping over everything. Oh, we can just stay in here for hours, don't you think? Okay, we're getting told off. We've got to go. We've got to go.
Oh, that was hectic. It was all happening. Noise, cameras, lights, action. Steve snoring. Didn't lift a finger to help. There you go. Oh, why doesn't the... climbing board as quickly as we can. Why doesn't the balloon get burnt by the hot thing?
The hot fish. Welcome aboard. At some stage we will land.
and then we'll be flying in a southerly direction. We will land, and at some stage we'll say, guys, please take your landing positions. When I mention landing positions, a couple of things I'd like to see doing. Number one, stashing your cameras inside your jackets, up your jumpers, basically so they're not going to swing around and hit you or your neighbour in the head. So cameras away, all turning around to face your pilot. So what we'll do is adopt a landing position where everybody's facing me, one person behind the other. Let's practice that. Looks kind of silly, but let's practice it. One person behind the other, all facing me, tucking our hip into the padding of the basket. Just going to get the balloon now as hot as we can, as quickly as we can. This is a hot, noisy part of the morning to get the balloon up to flying temperature.
Oh my God! Everybody looks like ants out there. That's incredible. Oh, our ants.
As we're landing, and especially when we're flying low and on our landing approach, particularly important to mention things like we're constantly looking for things like stock animals in small horse yards behind houses, power lines as well across the area that we're landing in. What I like to do is if you see stock in behind houses, if you see stock anywhere, even at 1,000-2,000 feet, just mention, can you see the horses down there, can you see the cows over that side? I'm probably aware of them, already noted them, but I don't mind. 16 eyes are better than 2.
This is your captain speaking. We're now ready for takeoff. As you'll notice, the flight attendants will be showing their exits here and here. If you need to get out, I suggest you don't. Does anyone need to go to the toilet? Because you better do it now. It's not going to be a good look if you stick your butt over the end and go for it, yes.
Well, it's almost up and away over there for the 16 people in the Shandong hot air balloon, Shandong, Australia. The champagne breakfast to follow. Perfect way to start the day. Found out that the lady across from me's got a fear of heights, so a little bit late to tell us that, but anyway, it doesn't feel like we're even up.
And now it's squishy in here. We're going to swap over. We're getting a beautiful view behind us of the mountains here, a little bit of fog over it. You just float. It's not bumpy. Smooth ride. Oh my God, now the ants are people. This is scary. We're going over someone's backyard. She's got red underwear on the washing line. You know.
The Yarra, main part of the Yarra Valley opens out down there to the south, the high point, the Dandenongs. You can see where the transmission towers are. Out to the southwest, the city, Christmas Hills over here on the to the west, Sugarloaf Reservoir and the Winnicky complex. Catchment area just over here is the one that's visible. Healesville, just tucked in over the hills out here to the east at this stage.
Sun's actually shining.
Tim, I'm just wondering, what is the fascination with rich entrepreneurs and global ballooning? The Bransons of this world, why are they getting into ballooning?
I guess it's the challenge of doing something a little bit different, something that, and the weather we don't have complete mastery of, so there's always that little bit of the unknown. It's man against the elements. I'll just burn here for a second. Ballooning conversation is 3 words and a burn, so you get to speak fluent balloon after a while.
And how's your stomachs doing back here?
Yeah, fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
No problem?
No problems.
Is this the first time you've been up? Tell us about it.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. I feel like I'm flying, top of the world.
Yeah, that's pretty spectacular. Yeah.
Do you guys need a little moment to yourself? Perhaps we can all move down this end of the basket and do a little romantic thing?
No.
Sure?
Yeah. No.
Sure you don't want to kiss and cuddle? We'll all look that way. Look, over there, everybody. It's the city. It's the city, look.
ballooning it's one of the last things that really people haven't gotten on top of. We've got great aeroplanes, we can set records and have done lots of world records, yachts with the engines and great sails, but balloons we still need to work with the weather. And I guess that's a challenge. That's a challenge for people. Plus, and people like Brent's get great exposure. And people always love the sight of a balloon. And the feats that these guys have been doing across Australia, around the world, are just amazing. As you can see in the planning that goes into just setting up and preparing for an hour's sunrise flight involves a lot of preparation, of weather checking, a lot of everybody involving. So you can imagine just what it takes to set up and plan for a flight that's going to maybe take you 3, 4, 5 days or around the world. That's a great effort.
Now you've got lots of little things here. It's all very complicated in the cockpit here of the Global Ballooning Balloon. No champagne, I noticed.
The champagne, we thought it was safer with you guys after this morning. We were a pretty rowdy bunch, so we thought we'd leave the champagne on the ground and go back and enjoy the champagne at Ferguson's winery after. No, the balloon is a registered aircraft, so we need to carry the essential aircraft equipment. Altimeters, variometers tell us our altitude, how quickly we're climbing or descending. Radios to stay in touch with each of the balloons. And also our ground crew, because they're going to come along and meet us when we land, so we need to stay in radio contact with them. We can see where we're going to land, we can see the roads, but they can't. So.
How's it going back here? How many photos have you got?
Quite a few.
Do you know a video you can capture the whole lot without taking 12 photos?
So where do you learn to fly a balloon? Is there like a balloon flying school, or you have to get a certain license to do that?
There is, yeah, as we mentioned, the balloon is a registered aircraft, so you need to be a licensed commercial pilot to fly it. Not necessarily a Cessna pilot or a jumbo pilot, although some of the subjects in the training is the same. Instead of studying things like wings and propellers and carburetors, we study fabrics and propane and inertia and spend more time on the weather.
Another thing is flaming hot. What sort of gas do you use?
We use propane. As pure as we can get it, LPG, similar to what you run the Falcon or the Commodore on, except a little bit more pure propane because it burns cleaner, a lot more energy efficient.
So, how hot does it get in there?
Anywhere from 90 degrees to about 110 degrees.
And we're down here freezing. Are you sure you couldn't pipe it through the basket?
The typical ballooning scenario is nice warm heads, reasonably warm middles, but pretty cold toes.
Now, I'm just a bit curious. What does this one do? Can I put...
In a balloon. It's absolutely fantastic up here. We're just flying over Yarra Glen at the moment. Yeah, so I won't be back for breakfast. So how's things there?
Adopting those landing positions that we spoke about. Remember, all turning around and facing me, one person behind the other, keeping those rope handles in your hands. Keep all of your arms and digits in the basket as we're landing as well. Well done. Everyone enjoyed their flying?
Yeah.
Save ourselves.
And once you pull your weight back on, you need your weight back on the basket.
The balloon behind us is now deflating. It's a fantastic trip and I recommend it by 100% to do this one. It's well worth it. It's like flying, a little bit noisy, but very enjoyable.
Okay, now before that bubble comes back, get your arms underneath the fabric and scoop it into the middle. That's it. And I'll come through and squeeze the last bit out. So we're just going to repeat that process. So everybody get their hands on the balloon somewhere. A big push. And now bring the material into the middle. And we're just going to keep repeating that process. So another big...
Believe it or not, but Jacqueline's actually doing her job, which is unfortunate because I just have to stand here and watch and laugh.
Squeezing out these last few bubbles. Okay, the people in the band, you have to bring that forward. Start feeding the fabric. Okay, that's it.
I've been canning January last year. I'm like, as -20.
Okay, everybody else?
Yeah.
Right up on top. Alright, okay, we're just going to relax for a minute. We're going to do something. No one said this was a media or fire down there, though. But don't
Oh, you're smiling more aren't we? It takes about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how fast you are, to deflate the balloon, pack it up and put it away. And we're going to head on back down to the chateau for a bit of champagne breakfast, and we'll just interview some people and see how they enjoyed their trip.
Champagne, guys. Don't be bashful. Hands up. Keep your eye on that gentleman. Carrying a bottle of champagne on board the balloon. So they're actually flying just outside of Paris in the edge of the Champagne district, and the French had just developed the champagne method. Now, outside of that region, champagne was almost unknown, and certainly outside of Paris, outside of France, it just didn't exist. So their reasoning was that if they had a bottle of champagne on board, wherever they landed in the local area, the locals would probably recognise them as good Frenchmen, because they had the champagne with them, make them welcome, and that would solve all of their problems. So that's exactly what they did. Now, failing that, it was probably going to make some sort of handy defensive implement at any rate, but the original intentions were entirely honourable. Stand here with champagne in our hands, without being at all embarrassed. We're simply upholding the traditions. Okay? And who are we to buck the system?
Now, you weren't actually meant to go up, were you?
No,
but you did.
That's right.
You probably regretted that move.
Yes, a bit, but it was good all the same.
Tell us about your experience.
Well, I guess it was just the a few things actually. Just the
For all those who don't know, he was a little airsick and threw up over the edge.
We're trying to not get that in, but anyway.
Okay, sorry, we won't say that.
That's all right. Yeah, just all got a bit too much. And
do you have a thing with heights? Or
no, I like it actually, and I want to go skydiving as well. So just hopefully it won't happen then. Otherwise, I can race it down. But
Has it always been a dream of yours to go up in a hot air balloon?
Yes, it has. It was really something I've always wanted to do. So
why is that, do you think? Why is it such a fantastic looking thing to do?
Because I think it's so peaceful and relaxing, and that's exactly what it was.
Were you surprised at how quiet it was up there, apart from when there was the helium or whatever it was, went like that?
Yes. Yeah. When they turned that off, it was so quiet, and just to see the animals below not be disturbed, it was really wonderful.
So what's the next sort of like in-flight thing, entertainment that you've got planned, to think?
Well, I think I'd love to do one over the city now and have a look at the city buildings.
Now, would you recommend coming here?
Oh, without doubt, yeah. It's fantastic. Just being involved in the flight, and when I say involved, getting it up, getting it down.
You have a problem getting it up?
The flight?
Oh, the flight.
The flight? No, it seemed to have...
You two are not married yet, are you?
Yes.
You are? Oh, okay.
We don't have a problem getting it up.
Getting it, as in...
It doesn't deflate on you like the balloons either. No, that's
Can we start again?
No.
Well, Steve, so ends a fantastic day here at Ferguson's Winery. They have global ballooning. It's absolutely amazing.
What a way to go. Get high naturally.
Yes, absolutely. Well,
now
hey,
let's get pissed.
Yes, tradition.
Cheers.
Tradition continues.
I'd say we hit the wine fields. What do you reckon?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyone said the sick bags.